Okay, today we'll start with a new topic, that is list. Now, what is a list? So, a list is a sequence just like a string. It is a sequence in which we can store different types of data. But the difference is between the string and the list is that since the string was immutable, but lists are mutable, we can alter the elements that are stored inside the list. Okay, supposing I'm taking a list and I'm storing some integers. So I'll just print it. So this is a list that we have. We declare a list by using square brackets. Now let's discuss some of the methods that we can use with the lists. If I want to add an element in the list, I will use the method append. I'll write down l.append. And supposing 10, I'll print it. So this is the element that is added. Supposing there is another list L1 and it is storing elements 11 and 13. Supposing I want to add this list with the previous list, I can use extend method. So I will write down l.extend and L1. So what will happen here is that the elements of L1 are added to the list L. If I print the list L, so 146 was the original list, then I added an element 10 using append method, and then I am extending further this list L, and all the elements, that is 2 elements of list L1, are added to the list L. Next method we have is, if I want to delete some element from the list, we can use pop method. Now this pop method or function, it may take or may not take any argument. If we do not give any argument, then what it does is it returns the last element of the list. It will delete and return the last element. So if I hit the enter key, last element is 13, and if I write supposing 2, now what does this 2 means? This 2 means the index of the element which is to be deleted. I hit the enter key. Now 2 means the index. So this is 0, this is 1, and this is 2. This 6 is deleted. If I print the list, so this is the list that I now have. Next is remove. Now remove and pop, these are two different, they work differently. In pop we specify, the argument that we specify is the index of the element that is to be deleted. But in remove we give the element that is to be deleted. Supposing I want to delete 10, I will write 10 in the parenthesis. I'll print it. So this 10 is removed from the list. Then if you want to add an element at a specific index, now append, what it does was it adds the element at the end of the list. But supposing in the middle, in some other index I want to add it, some element, then I can use insert. How? L.insert. Now it receives two arguments. First is the index on which the element is to be added. Supposing I want to add an element at the start of the list, I'll give 0. I want to insert an element at index number 1, I'll give 1, 2, 3, and so on. comma, second argument is the element that is to be added. Supposing I want to add 2 here. So 1 comma 2 means this element 2 is being added at index number 1. So I'll say print, if I print it, what should be my answer? 1, 2, 4, 11. Let's see. Yes. So at index number 1, this 2 is added, and this 4 and 11, they are shifted towards right hand side. Next, if I want to reverse the list, that also can be done by using reverse function. L dot reverse. If I print it, now the list is reversed. This was the original list and this is the reverse list. I can also use a sort function, which what it will do is it will arrange the elements. L dot sort. If I print it, they are sorted in the ascending order. Okay, so this was sorted in the ascending order. Supposing I want to sort in descending order, then L dot sort, I'll say reverse is equals to true. I'll print it. So the list is being sorted in the descending order. So that is the thing that is to be remembered. Using reverse, we can sort in descending order. Now next we have len function. This you've already done with the strings. It gives the length of the list. The syntax is somewhat different. We write len, and then as an argument we give the name of the list. So the answer is 4 because it contains 4 elements. Now we can use the characters, we can use the operators like plus and star also, that we can also use with the strings. Plus is the concatenation operator and star is the replication operator. Supposing if I say supposing I'll take another list L1, which is having supposing 20 and 30, and I'll say supposing M is equals to L plus L1. So what I'm doing here is that I'm concatenating, or you can say merging the elements of L and L1 and storing it in M. Now what is M? M, again it will be a list. If I print M, so where is L? This is 11.4.21, 11.4.21, okay. Then it is M. Okay, so what it has done is it has concatenated the two lists. Likewise, we can also use the star operator. I'm supposing I'll say I'm creating a list named P is equals to M star 3. Can you guess what would be stored in the list P? If I say print P, so M. What is M? This was M from 11 till 30. 11 till 30 is this. So this M is stored 3 times. Star 3 means 3 times the list elements will be replicated. We can also use slicing, just like strings also. Like there's a list L, I'm just printing it, print L. If I say L, slicing, how do we use?